Beware of illegal video cassettes. Check whether this video cassette carries a genuine security sticker. Video piracy is a crime. Do not accept it. Demand a genuine cassette from your video store. Poor quality illegal video cassettes reduce your viewing pleasure and jeopardize future film production. When in doubt, telephone the Federation Against Copyright Theft, FACT, on 081 568 6646.
I used to think a wedding was a simple affair. Boy and girl meet, they fall in love, they say I do. I was wrong. That's getting married. A wedding is an entirely different proposition. You fathers will understand. You have an adorable little girl who looks up to you and adores you in a way you could never have imagined.
Dad, I met a man in Rome, and we're getting married.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm engaged, I'm getting married.
Right then, I realized my day had passed. Annie, it's a little nippy out. You might want to put on a sweater.
Dad, it's okay, I'm kind of warm.
So there's a chill in the air, and you've been on a plane.
Dad, I'm fine.
Annie, it is kind of cold out.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, I'll get my jacket.
I was no longer the man in my little girl's life. Old Dad was history. But I remember seeing someone who looked like Bryan's twin on America's Most Wanted.
First, the wedding of our children.
Wedding coordinator? What's a wedding coordinator?
Master and Mrs. Bonks in the lovely bride.
We're gonna color coordinate with the swans, right?
Swans? I have a great idea where we can have this wedding.
Where?
The steak pit.
I don't think you want the word pit on the wedding invitation.
I'm leaving.
I hope George didn't get lost up there.
He's gonna be fine.
Finally, the big day arrived. The day I'd been dreading for the past 6 months. Well, actually, for the past 22 years. Before I knew it, I had to let her go. I'll just go ahead.
Touchstone Pictures presents Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, Martin Short, and introducing Kimberly Williams.
I'm told that one day I'll look back on all of this with great affection and nostalgia. I hope so.
Good night, Mr. Banks.
Drive carefully. And don't forget to fasten your condom.
Dad!
Seatbelt, I meant seatbelt.
Father of the bride.
Adrian Davis enjoyed her work,
Why would anyone ever want to cover these little guys up?
loved her husband,
I don't know what I'd do without you.
You'd think of something.
adored her child.
How you doing, honey?
Good.
She thought her life was perfect
And I love you.
until a coincidence made her wonder.
You know, the weirdest thing happened to me yesterday. I was with Charlotte at the Chesterfield Hotel, and she told me that she could have sworn she saw you go into the lounge there.
Now there are questions she can't answer,
You didn't go to Boston, did you?
Suddenly I'm a liar?
mysteries she can't solve.
They discovered a fake necklace at the museum.
We traced the forgery to a jeweler in Stuttgart who said the necklace was made for a guy by the name of Daniel Sherman.
Evidence she can't deny.
You had his business card. I found it in your suit pocket.
What else am I lying about, Adrian? What else?
Suspicions she can't escape.
The man with the social security number that your husband claimed was his died 16 years ago.
Until there's only one thing she's sure of.
I don't know who you are.
Yes, you do. I'm your husband.
Nothing is what it seems.
Now we're all fair game.
I'm gonna ask the police to reinvestigate Jack's death.
This complicates everything.
We don't know who your husband was.
Who knows anybody else, really?
You know what I'm thinking?
Well,
How lucky are you?
Goldie Hawn, John Hurd. Deceived.
There's a danger in feeling too strongly about your patient.
But isn't it unnatural not to become involved with the patient?
I'd rather you cut straight and cared less.
There is a difference between a surgeon's skill and a doctor's care.
How's business in the big league?
We're killing him.
Between treating a patient
I'll check you out.
You're a gynecologist.
So, drop your pants.
and treating a person.
What is it with this throat thing, huh?
You okay?
Now, Dr. Jack McKee is about to discover the difference for himself.
Jack McKee.
Yes, I know. Have a seat.
Right.
We've been sitting here for 30 minutes. Why didn't she give us these when we first arrived?
She should have.
I bet you feel like you don't know what's going on.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, they don't know either.
You were late getting here.
I was not late getting here. Radiology was late with my MRI.
Want to shout? Go shout at a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Not when you're sitting here.
William Hurt.
I'm really terrified.
Oh, sweetheart.
In a story about a surgeon who became an ordinary patient.
Do you suppose you could get me a thinner sheet? I'm not sure everyone can see through this one.
The system stinks.
Fight it. I know how you must be feeling.
That's the problem. You don't have the first idea what I'm feeling.
And then becomes an extraordinary doctor.
We got it all.
I love you. My friend, the witch doctor, he taught me what to do.
The movie that does what every doctor should do.
Now you're gonna feel a little prick.
Please, doctor, we've only just met.
It makes you feel good. The Doctor.
In everyone's life, there is a time that will always be remembered.
How long is this kid staying?
Not long.
Don't expect me to entertain him.
For a boy named Willard,
Sit down and I'll make you a really nice lunch.
that time is now.
What are you listening to?
Rap.
Rap.
It details the common man's struggle for survival in a hostile environment.
What?
He's discovering what it means when two people drift apart
Can't make up my mind. Are you sick of me? Or are you just dead inside?
and what it takes to bring them back together.
How come you always do that?
What?
Make everything so hard.
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
They gave him a summer he'd never forget.
Don't you love them anymore?
He gave them back the love they'd lost.
Ben thinks you're beautiful.
Melanie Griffith, Don Johnson, and Elijah Wood in Paradise